Hi all, Karthik here from Design School WP Algorithm. In this video, we'll discuss all the greatest and the latest features coming to Elementor version 3.0. At the time of making this video, it's still in beta. Maybe by the time you watch it, there might be few little changes and there may be few functions added, but this is what you're going to get in a nutshell. So starting with Elementor 3.0, Elementor is going to change the way in which you work between your themes and your Elementor page builder. Of course, if you have Elementor Pro, you'll mostly not be needing any theme except for favicons and stuff like that. But with 3.0, they've decided to include everything that you find in a theme right within your Elementor hamburger menu. So you just click on the hamburger menu in Elementor page, post, or a template, and you now find something called global settings. Click on that and it will take you to the global settings. From here, you can customize your site identity. So you can give your website a name right from here, even description from here. You can also make it dynamic, so that's really neat. And you can make this, you can also choose a logo and favicon. Usually you require your theme to display these or pick these, but with Elementor 3.0, it doesn't matter which theme you use or how many times you switch between themes. Your favicon and logo are now there within the Elementor interface. So next time you're building a header using Elementor Pro's theme builder, you don't really need your theme's favicon. You can use the favicon from the Elementor dashboard. It's really neat. That's the first feature, which is regarding your site identity. Now the second thing is regarding colors and typography. This is really huge. Now I'll just stretch this a bit so you can clearly see it. Now you can add as many global colors as you want. So basically you typically add your color scheme within this and you can simply rename all these colors. So you can call this light gray, light black, or whatever you want to name it, right? I called this accent. Maybe I can call this secondary color, and you click on the color and you can choose the color that you want, or you can type in hex code and that color will be assigned to this. Now how do you work with this? Well, it's quite simple. So once you update your color, just click on the X button. Now you'll be taken back to your Elementor dashboard. You can click on section, click on style, and now the color picker is completely changed. Now when you click on the color picker, you have drop down menu and you also have a color picker. That's really neat. If you click on the color picker, you'd get typical color picker where you can pick any color that you want for the section or whatever. But when you click on the drop down, you'll get all the global colors that you've added in the global interface. So if I pick primary color, the primary color will be assigned. If I pick accent color will be assigned. Now how is this helpful? So let's say you want to change your color scheme, and you can simply go to your global colors and change the accent color to something else. Even that will be reflected here. So everywhere this accent color is used, it will automatically be updated and your design is consistently updated with your new color scheme. So that's really neat. So let's say I picked accent for this background. I'll update this. Now let's say I've changed my mind. I just want to update my accent color to something else. And let's say I've also used a primary color somewhere else, maybe here. I'll just click on this column. I'll go to style. I'll click on color and let's say I've picked primary color over here. So that's there. And let's say this color, I just picked my secondary color. I'll click here or whatever, right? I picked some color over here. Let's pick accent here as well. So I'll update this. Now if I want to change my color scheme, usually I have to go to each of the elements and change all of their colors. But now things change with Elementor 3.0. You just click on global settings, you change everything that you want in your global colors, and wherever these global colors are used, they'll be automatically updated. So I'll click on colors and typography again under global settings. So let's say I've changed my accent color. It's still a bit buggy still because it's in beta, so bear with that. I'll just click on accent color. Maybe let's say I picked a different accent color, and as you can see, I just picked a different accent color, and all the everywhere where I've used the accent color, it's automatically updated just like that. So let's pick something else. If I pick a lighter color, just like that, wherever I've used the accent color, it's automatically updated. Now let's do the same with the primary color. So if I change the primary color from here, wherever I use primary color, it will be automatically updated. Really neat, right? So this is a central way to change everything across each and every page on your site, all from a single convenient dashboard. So that is global colors, right? You just hit on update and the changes will be applied. Now, just like global colors, you also have global typography. So I'll click on global typography. Let's add a new style. I'll call it main heading. Typically you'd have a font stack, so you'd have a typical heading for h1, typical heading for h2. Maybe you want to have different font for h3 or something. You can basically define all those styles in global typography. It will work similar to global colors. So let's say I have main heading over here. I can simply click here. I can choose the font family. Let's say I choose Roboto, and let's say the font size is 36 pixels. Okay, now we have added that. Now whenever you want to make a change to any heading, so let's say I just want to change this text, I have to exit the theme style interface. I'll just click on the X button. It will bring me back to the Elementor interface where I can actually make changes. So we just added a single style in global typography. Now if I want to apply my global heading styles to this heading over here, I'll just click on this widget. I'll go to style, and under typography, similar to global color, you can click this pencil icon to actually change things that the way you want, or you can select from the presets that you have defined. We just defined main heading, right? So I'll just pick this, and it applies all the properties of the main heading over here. Of course, if you want to change this, you can definitely change it. Maybe if you want to change the font size to 50, you can change that, not a problem. And the moment you change it over here by clicking on the pencil icon, it will show that it's custom, it's not global. But if you pick the global preset, it will show the name, and everywhere you've used the global presets, you can change them from the centralized dashboard by clicking on the hamburger menu and going to global settings. So that's a really neat way to manage your colors and typography. So you can define a font size and font properties for your paragraph, for your body text usually, and you can change them all from within the colors and typography section. Next up is lightbox. Here you can choose the lightbox settings and all the different things for lightbox. You can also pick your branding colors. Maybe you can pick light gray or light black from here and all those things. And what's really neat with these global settings is that you can also pick generic fonts for your layout. So fonts, again, you can specify the font stack over here. All these settings used to be buried within the settings tab in Elementor backend. Now they're all available in here. You can specify default width between widgets over here, and you can also specify a default layout for a new page created. So if you want to apply Elementor full width for all the pages created, well, this will be the layout that will be applied. So that's really neat. And you can also change the breakpoint sizes for tablet and mobile, but I'd recommend you just leave these as is because they're tried and tested values. But if you still want to change them, you can go ahead and do that. I'll update this. So that's Elementor 3.0 in a nutshell, and you can click on user preferences and you can have few things. Well, the most requested features were these: global typography, global colors, and all things global, and they're here. Now, theme styles, we've already discussed Elementor 2.9 theme styles in a separate video. You can check that out in Elementor Basics playlist. This video is also a part of Elementor Basics playlist in which we cover all things Elementor. So that's Elementor 3.0. I think it's going to improve the way in which we work with Elementor, right? I think global colors and global typography are a huge deal. That's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it and learned a thing or two. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.